It wasn't really a greeting, I don't think, in any sense of the word.
Here's what the message was actually printing. They say the letters in this offensive phrase test all aspects of the printer. The technician repairing the machine was supposed to change this phrase when he was through. He forgot and now faces disciplinary action. If you get one of these stamped messages, hold on to it. Some say it may become a collector's item. Whatever happened to typing the quick brown fox for a typing test, I wonder?
Yeah, but you can say that one on TV,
yes,
huh?
You can.
Still to come here on Channel 3 News, a ruling on whether homosexuals can serve in the military. Medical questions raised in the rape trial of William Kennedy Smith.
We'll tell you why this woman is suing a priest. And in commentary, AIDS questions that can't be answered with condoms.
Tonight's Channel 3 News is sponsored by Hyperstores, the electronics and appliance warehouse.
This is the big one, Hyperstore's annual Christmas sale. You'll find thousands of brand name electronics and appliances at the lowest prices, like color TVs from $118, full-size camcorders from only $476, or programmable CD players from just $94. Nobody, and we mean nobody, will beat Hyperstore's low prices. It's our annual Christmas sale happening right now. Hyperstore, where electronics and appliances always cost less.
And another thing, when you're on the go, it's easy to forget about taking medication. And if you miss a dose, what do? Take it twice? That's why Revco gives you a personalized patient advisory leaflet with each new prescription. It tells you when and how to take your medicine and what to do when you forget. Even if you fill your prescription somewhere else, you can still get a patient advisory leaflet from Revco. The more you know, the better you'll feel. So shop the only drugstore that gives you this. Revco.
Who got the best Christmas gift this year? Linda's parents got her very own vacuum cleaner. Kim got a new party dress. Linda got a croquet set. Kim got bagpipes and an unabridged dictionary. Linda got a fuzzy sweater and hat. But then, Kim's smart parents got her what she really wanted, her own phone line from Ohio Bell. And they saved $10 on this cute new phone, too. They called Ohio Bell, got their old phone back, and everyone lived happily ever after. Well, almost everyone.
Will he or won't he take the stand? That's the question now for William Kennedy Smith. And today, relatives like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. turned out for support at the Palm Beach rape trial. Again, much of the talk was about sex. A doctor testified the rape could not have occurred because Smith was physically not capable of penetrating his alleged victim that night.
Tell me, and we know, and I think everybody in this courtroom knows, that penetration actually occurred. Therefore, something is inconsistent.
Now, about Kennedy getting on the stand, well, his lawyer wants to make sure that he won't be asked any questions about previous sexual assault allegations against him before he lets him testify. No politically powerful family in this one, but a priest. Jury selection began today in the child custody case of Vicki Long. She has filed suit against an Atlanta priest claiming he's the father of her 5-year-old child. This is nothing new for Ms. Long. Earlier, her affair with Atlanta's Roman Catholic Archbishop Eugene Marino led to his resignation.
A federal judge in Washington says homosexuals cannot serve in the military. Judge Oliver Gash upheld the Pentagon's ban. The ruling comes in the case of a former Naval Academy midshipman who acknowledged he was gay, then resigned from the Naval Academy when officials told him he would not be allowed to graduate. In his ruling, the judge said a ban on homosexuals promotes morale, good order, and a healthy military force. Well, the health of former hostage Alan Steen is in question tonight. He is home from the hospital, spending the day with his wife, but Steen's medication has been increased to help prevent seizures. He suffered one after returning to the U.S. Saturday night. Steen reportedly developed seizures after numerous beatings at the hands of his captors during his years of imprisonment in Lebanon. Former hostage Terry Anderson is still in West Germany. He'll be coming back to the States tomorrow. Anderson has not done much celebrating the past 6 Christmases. Today, he got his own holiday concert. Children of U.S. service people sang carols to Anderson, his daughter Sulame, and her mother. Nice sight.
Talk about music for your ears.
Yeah, sure.
Great. All right. Coming up next, Larry Cosgrove. He says we're in for a very pleasant surprise.
The whole town that hates Madonna and does something about it. A national award for a downtown Cleveland showplace.
And later on, Jim Donovan tells us if the Browns still have any hope for making the playoffs.
How much?
Pulsar?
Pulsar?
Pulsar por este.
I think he wants your watch.
But honey, you gave me this watch.
Money. How much money?
Pulsar también?
Sí, Pulsar.
Pulsar por esta.
What, is he kidding?
No.
Some things in life are worth far more than they cost.
No thank you.
Pulsar. There's no time like it.
Nice job.
Well, it's taken me a little time to find out life ain't just about working. Don't call it shirking. If I take a little time for me, I'll get moving and do some serious grooving. I'm gonna kick back, unwind, you know, the American dream is free. And Hager has a feel for America. Hager has a feel for me.
Have some fun in Hager Casual Fence.
When you see news, call the Channel 3 tip line.
I'm looking for some gift ideas.
We have great gifts at Office Max.
I have a reputation.
So does Office Max. We're known for low prices on electronics, furniture, and more.
I'm incognito.
No, you're in Office Max, where there's great gifts. Save on a Day Runner Classic Edition organizer with monthly calendar and phone directory. Or save up to 56% on a complete assortment of 3.5 and 5 1/4 inch diskettes by 3M. What more could you want?
A better disguise.
If you're looking for a great vacation, I've got just the place.
In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The food is great here, there's never a bill. Well, pay us late, dear, let's not miss a trip.
Take a 3, 4, or 7-day fun ship vacation on Carnival, the most popular cruise line in the world.
Here we go, truth or dare? Well, this one is the truth about America's material girl. It seems the town of Evansville, Indiana wants nothing to do with the likes of Madonna. Folks there are upset about what the lingerie ladies said about their town in a TV Guide interview. After spending a couple of weeks there filming a movie, Madonna compared Evansville to Prague, Czechoslovakia in terms of excitement. Now, Evansville wants it to be known in a big way. Madonna, don't come back. Put that one in there for you tonight.
Good old Evansville, Indiana.
I knew you'd like that.
That's a real heartwarming
Indiana,
story. I don't care what you got in store, Larry. That's a heartwarming story.
We've got a heartwarming forecast here. No more tales of rain, gloom, and doom, but rather sunshine and warmer air. That's right, a beautiful forecast coming up next couple of days. Today, we had some clouds and colder air slip back into the area. Skies have cleared off now in Toledo. That's why it's 28 degrees there and 32 at Detroit. But further east around northeast Ohio, temperatures still in the upper 30s or near 40. At Hopkins Airport, Larry says, cloudy skies, still 40 degrees, 67% relative humidity, northwest wind 6 miles per hour, and a barometer rising at 30.09 inches. The high temperature at midnight, 60, low the current, 40. The normal high and low, 39 and 27. We're lucking out. Only a trace of rain in the early morning. Cloud cover galore, but there is some motion to these clouds out of Ohio. Nice line of clearing just to our west, about 25, 30 miles. Probably see the stars out around Sandusky. But fair skies coming in late tonight and for tomorrow night. At worst, partly cloudy. I want to show you a nationwide satellite shot. There's a vast bulk of fair skies, high pressure involved there. They'll be coming to visit and chasing away the storms for a short while. So tomorrow morning, waking up, you've got it made in the shade. Lots of sunshine to create shade. A chilly start, we may be in the upper 20s, but lots of sun, just plain great. Enjoy it because it may not last, and indeed it probably won't. If you look at the weather map not too far in the future, Thursday and Friday perhaps, we see a big storm developing in the western states. And what this is going to do is a very pronounced motion northeastward toward Michigan and Wisconsin. That type of track says we're going to get rain and warmer temperatures rather than snow and cold, at least for the short term. So your outlook for tonight, Larry says, we're going to have some cloud cover breaking up, clearing later on tonight, a low down to 27 degrees. Tomorrow, we're going to have some partly sunny skies. A mild day, really. 46 degrees is about 6-7 degrees above normal for tomorrow night. Fair and cool, low dropping back to 35. The 5-day forecast here goes again, upper 50s. Thursday and Friday with some rain. By Saturday, some colder air, 36 degrees, but still 36 degrees is only 3 degrees off the normal by then, so we're not doing too bad.
Not bad. I like those 50s in there. That's great.
50s are nice, yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
All right.
Thank you, Larry. Well, President Bush was briefed today on progress being made on AIDS research. Bush met with members of the National Commission on AIDS. The newest member of the commission, however, was a no-show. No word on what kept Magic Johnson away or where he is. Kimberly Bergalis lost her battle with AIDS over the weekend. Dick Fegler says the battle is bigger than publicity leads us to believe.
When you watch the media as you sit out there in front of your light box, you get the impression, as a New Yorker writer said recently, that nothing really happens in America until it happens to a celebrity. This is a business which likes to blend misery with entertainment values, so it is the celebrity with AIDS who will find himself in the middle of press conferences. His opinions will be treated like valuables, whether they are or not. When Magic Johnson announced that he had the HIV virus, the message that emerged from all the attendant publicity was a message about condoms. It has almost gotten to the point that condoms are being sold to us as the answer to AIDS, the way aspirin is an answer to headaches. But the question of AIDS is bigger than the answer of condoms. Condoms, for instance, would not have saved Kimberly Bergalis, who died of AIDS over the weekend. Ms. Bergalis, 23, needed no condoms because she never slept with anyone, contracted AIDS from an infected dentist, and worked hard as her strength ebbed for a law that would require the mandatory testing of healthcare workers. She created a stir at first, but media attention waned. Her mandatory bill wasn't popular. She was accused of inciting hysteria. It makes AIDS less menacing if we can overlook somebody who got it just by getting a tooth pulled. For many Americans, there are great, troubling moral and medical questions about AIDS that are not answered and not even asked. Passing out condoms and calling that a complete answer is stretching it.
Sponsors swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 roast beef sandwiches.
5 roast beef sandwiches?
That can't be right.
Announcing Arby's Holiday 5 for 5 deal. Get 5 delicious slow-roasted regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5. We'll even gift wrap them.
It's 5 golden rings.
It says roast beef sandwiches. That's the way I remember.
I kind of like the change.
But hurry, Arby's Holiday 5 for 5 deal ends soon.
Guess what? BP is now offering the Beatrix Potter collection of Peter Rabbit children's books.
Why?
Because everybody loves them.
Why?
Because they're such charming little stories. 6 books, only 69 cents each with a fill-up of any BP gasoline, plus a free collector box.
Why?
Because, well, that's to hold them, that's why.
Oh.
Oh.
The Beatrix Potter collection from BP. BP on the move.
This is Jim Donovan, and coming up next in sports, what are the Browns' chances, if any, to make the playoffs? And Cleveland's Tower City receives national honors. It's all ahead.
Last week I put snowballs into this freezer. Why? To prove Twin Value has lower prices on Christmas gifts. From toys to the latest fashions, Twin Value's prices are always lower. Because if they aren't, I'll be forced to pick a snowball fight with Hall of Fame fireballer Bob Feller. So remember, Twin Value has lower prices on great Christmas gifts, and Bob Feller can still whip snowballs over 80 miles per hour. Hey, you broke the camera, Bob!
Audiocraft, a
stereo and television components since 1954.
All right, I know you watched the game yesterday.
Certainly. Where did he watch it?
What game? It was a football game yesterday for at least a half.
Dick must have illegally pulled that in. Yes, Siree, the Browns' playoff chances took a mighty blow on the nose yesterday when they lost to the Denver Broncos over at the stadium, 17-7 the final score. But it was the way in which they lost this game that was so distressing. For instance, after the first quarter, their offense was able to do very, very little against the Denver defense. Now, Denver has a pretty good pass rush, but yesterday, actually, it looked like a tremendous pass rush. The problem is the Browns could not protect Bernie Kosar. Sacked 5 times in the game, and a weakness was exposed once again.
We get too much credit in games where we don't give up very many sacks, and maybe we get too much blame when there is too many sacks. Maybe it's a team effort, and maybe it was preparation. Maybe I didn't do a good enough job preparing them.
Well, I'm not going to point the finger at anyone or any one group, but we use the things protection-wise that we've been basically using through the course of the season.
Okay, so the Browns are now 6-8 with 2 to play, and of course they would absolutely have to have them both in the win column to have any thoughts at all of playing in the postseason parade. The Oilers are in town this Sunday. They have already wrapped up their playoff spot as the AFC Central Division champions. They did that yesterday. They were fading a bit with losses to Pittsburgh, and then on last Monday night, as a matter of fact, they were really handled quite easily by Philadelphia. But yesterday they got it going once again with Alan Pinkett's running and Warren Moon's throwing. You can see it here at the stadium on Sunday, and no problem getting tickets for that one. There are 24,000 available for that game on Sunday afternoon. So no, it will not be televised unless there was a miracle sale by Thursday at 1 o'clock. Now the Browns are still one of 4 teams battling for the last wild card playoff spot in the AFC. They're in the hunt with the Dolphins, Jets, and Seattle. But some bad news for Miami tonight, because in the Monday night game, Miami is winning quite easily over Cincinnati. The score is 20-6. However, the only chance that the Browns would have of making the playoffs is that if all of those 4 teams ended with 8-8 records, the Browns would get the playoff spot because they would have the strongest AFC conference record. Once again, Miami is winning tonight. That would give them their 8th win of the season. They would only need 1 more to end the chase for the Browns as they lead 20-6 over Cincinnati. Now in basketball, the Cavs are off until Wednesday night. That's when they hit the road. They take on the Miami Heat, a very much improved team. The Cavs hope to have Mark Price back in the lineup for that game. He sat out over the weekend because he had a sore ankle. There was one game played in the NBA tonight in Boston. The Celtics took on the Denver Nuggets, and it was all Celtics in this one. Chris Ford had to like what he saw here tonight. Larry Bird pops the 3. He had 14, and they could give him some rest because they really ran away with this one. But the guy they wanted to get going was Reggie Lewis. Watch this pass by Bird. Down the floor, a bullet to Lewis. He had 31. He was in a shooting slump, but those are easy shots. Then he got points the tough way, too. Watch the defense right here. Lewis goes up. His shirt is being grabbed. 132-94. The Celtics end up winning that one rather easily. At the baseball meetings in Florida, the Indians made a move today. Not a big move. They drafted a left-handed pitcher off one of the 40-man rosters. His name, Mike Thomas. He was a pitcher in the Mets and Expos systems, a left-hander. That's all the moves the Indians made today. The Kansas City Royals went out and made a pretty big move, though, as they went out and signed first baseman Wally Joyner away from the California Angels. Joyner signs a 1-year deal with Kansas